So I'm up here on the loft. I'm about, how many feet do you think this is?
That is about 11 feet where you're standing right there.
And I'm gonna try to get back down. Well, I am gonna get back down because I've done this a few times, but I have flip-flops on, so just don't want to break my neck. So today we're going to be...
Hey, Mommy, look, I'm it.
What are you making, babe? Okay. Today we're going to be cleaning out the tiny house. Well, not really cleaning out. We just had a... we just had a guest check out. He's been here for about 4 or 5 months. He was a student, and we do a lot of student housing and medical professional housing as well. Let me see if I can get the remote to turn the TV down. Hey babe, where's the remote? Where's the remote?
Mommy, what time is it?
Yeah, let's not play in the trash can. Looking for the remote so I can turn the TV down. Well, let's not break it. So Kohan is along for the ride, per usual. He likes to help out. Yeah, well anyway. I can't find the remote. Babe. Kohan. So yeah, and excuse me, I know I look a hot mess, but today's kind of a down day because we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning. I'm going to look for the remote to turn the TV down, and I'll be right back. So yeah, it's a pretty open floor plan. It's fully stocked with obviously a full kitchen, stove, oven, washer and dryer, full-size refrigerator, a little bar area for you to sit and eat your breakfast. Things like this is typically like, you know, basic wear and tear, so we'll have to clean that up with some new paint, just to get everything looking back to its normal state. But yeah, it's a pretty open floor plan. To be honest, it's very spacious. I don't know if you all can really get like a good vibe for just how spacious it is, but the ceiling goes up to about 12 and a half, 13 feet. The loft is the area where folks sleep. So you climb this ladder, which is a pretty sturdy ladder, and you can have more space for sleeping. We're actually going to be switching this sofa out for a like a sofa bed to give more sleeping space for folks to kind of camp out downstairs if they don't want to go up, or if they have more than one person that can't just crash on the couch. You need kind of a full bed situation. So we're going to be swapping that out. We're also going to be replacing this table, which we've had since we opened the tiny house, which is kind of this mid-century surfboard shape, which I thought was pretty cool. But we're going to be swapping that out too for something a little bit more sturdy, because now it's kind of on its last leg. So yeah, oh, the bathroom. Again, we are cleaning, so excuse any grime that you may see, but yeah, it's really spacious, nice white custom tile that we had put in. There's oddly a window in the shower, but we were able to be creative in how we address that, so you cannot see in or out. You can get the sunlight, but you can't see in or out when you're having a shower. But I think it adds kind of that nice added element of sunlight when you're taking a shower in here. So yeah, we have kind of, I guess you could say, brass or gold accents. Signs will tell you not to dump feminine products and crap in the toilet. But yeah, Mario is very proud of his tile work on the floor, which he did all by himself. He did the flooring in here too. But yeah, a lot of the work that we did was a combination of us and contractors. I actually did the backsplash, so I'm pretty proud of that myself. Full farm sink, which is disgusting right now. Our cleaners are on the way to clean that out. But yeah, so I just wanted you to kind of see, like, I am so proud of the backsplash. I did the tile myself. Full refrigerator. Pretty empty. So he did a good job cleaning that out. Let's look at the, yeah. So I just wanted to show you all, like, typically, like, what a space would look like after a guest has left. We have been lucky to not have people, like, destroy our things. I think that also goes back to being selective in terms of who you allow in your space, whether that's short-term or long-term. As I mentioned before, we typically target mid to long-term, not really your short-term Airbnb guests. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, and we do have an Airbnb property that we specifically target for short-term, but the guest house slash tiny house is more for mid to long-term guests. So I think that's Mario. What's that?
It's the paint.
Oh, you found some paint. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned, Mario is going to be touching up some stuff like.
Trying to make sure this is all square, right?
So what do we have, a makeshift?
Yeah, I just grabbed a piece of box. I need to make sure if I have anything I gotta patch. I think I can just paint over that.
Well, see if that's a color match, because we
It's
might need
right.
to go back to the store and get.
Nah, the bigger issue would be the brush strokes. This ain't a roller brush.
No, yeah, we got to get a roller brush with that. Okay, but it does match.
Yeah, just same thing.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is some old paint that we had. We wanted to see if it was still any good to use. And it looks like it is. We just got to go get some roller brushes so that the texture on the wall is the same as what it is before. But at least we know that it matches. And then we have some marks up here that you're going to have to address. So yeah, Mario and I are mainly in here to really address like little stuff like this. And our cleaner is on the way to address more of the cleaning and like really getting grime and stuff up off the surfaces. Bathroom, changing out the linens, just sanitizing and washing things down. And our cleaners are really, really great. So we're lucky in that regards because we don't really have to manage them at all. And typically when we're out of town, we do have a maintenance guy, so to speak, that will probably come and do some of this stuff that we're doing. But while we're here, these are things that we can address and do on our own. So we're going to do that. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you all the space and also kind of give you an idea of what it looks like after a guest leaves. Like I mentioned, we're pretty lucky to not have, when you say, Mario, not have like guests like just destroy the place.
No, we haven't had even one trash the place. I mean, it's just mainly like scuffs, touch-up paint. Every once in a while, you may fill in like a crack or a hole that might have developed when they were here. But for the most part, this looks how it looked when he checked in, and 4 months later, not that big of a difference.
Yeah. So yeah, minus
Just a little minor.
some of the grime and stuff that needs to be cleaned. But yeah, I want to show you all the loft, but I'm not getting up on that. Mario will have to show you up on the loft because I just don't. I mean, I'm a not too thrilled of heights type of person, period. It doesn't matter what it is, but I have gone up there. I have done that a few times, but if I don't have to, I don't want to. I think we have another guest. Hey, you want to come in? You done playing? You're sweating, buddy. Where's your water? You want to go in the house and get some more water? Okay, so Kohan's going to join us. Yeah, so that's about it. I'll be back.
That'll help me be able to blend everything without it catching your eye.
Getting dizzy from Prime Video.
Okay. So
Because it's one thing to have a color match, but anytime you're doing any sort of repairs on paint, you want to have a texture match.
So what are you referring to? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, so if you use a normal like nylon brush or a boar's hair brush, something like that, when that was originally painted, we used a light nap rolling brush.
So we're talking about this here.
So this is actually repair. This was a crack that we saw develop. Not sure if you guys know it, but here in Austin, Texas, the ground shifts a lot. And a lot of the homes in this area have issues with these little small little fine cracks that will develop as a result of your foundation moving a little bit. This isn't anything too serious. I actually repaired this probably right before the tenant checked in, so about 4 months ago.
When you say repair, you mean like...
It was a small little hairline crack. You probably still see the outline of it. But the crack actually didn't spread. So the point of using the solution that I used was to hold the crack in place and not allow it to spread any further, which it did. But I wasn't able to paint over it because the tenant was coming that day. So now that we have time to paint over it, it's important that you use the right rolling brush, the same one that we use when we painted the home, because if not, even though the color will be the same, the texture will be off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so essentially you're about to paint over that once you go get the...
I gotta get a small rolling brush that matches the texture that we originally painted it with.
All right, so Mario just left to go grab some more roller brushes for the walls to repair a lot of the scuff marks that we have. And then the cleaners should be on their way and within the next hour or so. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go freshen up. Today is supposed to be a wash day for me for my hair, which I have not been able to get to. So I'm going to try to knock that out as well. So we will be back so that we can let you guys in on, you know, just the repair work that Mario's going to be doing. And then you can also get a sneak peek of the cleaners doing their work. But we will be back to show you the end result of just turning everything over and getting it clean and repairing everything before our next guest. And actually, I don't think I mentioned, but the guest that's coming is a nurse. And I love it when nurses stay because they're quiet. For the most part, they're sleeping. A lot of them typically work at night, so they're sleeping during the day. And they're just really nice. And we really like to support, you know, our medical professionals who are still out. I would say on the front line because people are still getting sick, even if it's not COVID. People are just like way sicker than they've ever been. So we just like to support in that regard as it relates to medical professionals. So shout out to all the nurses and the doctors that are out there. But yeah, so she's gonna be coming here pretty soon, I believe first thing in the morning. So yeah, we want to just make sure everything's tidy for her. So yeah, I'll be back. So hi, we're back. And Mario just got back from Home Depot. He actually found some new cracks that he needs to...
It's actually not a new crack. It's an old crack from like the foundation settling from last year, but I just never got around to fixing it. And now I'm gonna use DAP, flexible patching compound. So there are a few different types you can use, but this one works the best in my opinion at holding cracks to keep them from expanding. So I used it up there already. I'm gonna sand some of that off and repaint it. As you can see, the crack did not expand after I put some of this compound on it. So you can find this at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's only like $5 or $6 for a tube.
Yeah. So yeah, so he's gonna work on that, caulking that, and then letting that dry. And then we're gonna paint. He went out and brought a little roller brush to go over the little lines, and so he had to move the refrigerator out so that he can get behind it. And yeah, so he's gonna work on that, and the cleaners are still on their way. Hopefully we'll be done with this by the time that they come, so that we're not all trying to move around this big refrigerator. But yeah, so we're gonna get started on this and we'll be back. So there's not much for me to do right now, so Kohan and I are gonna take a breather and watch SpongeBob and hang out here until Mario is done with the patchwork. And yeah, I don't know, when will my services be needed? Mario?
To make sure it looks right.
Oh, okay.
You do the approval.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out where do I fit into the puzzle other than spectating. So yeah, I'll give you the thumbs up or thumbs down I mean, but it can't look any worse than it already does.
Oh, it can always be worse.
No.
If you don't know what you're doing, you can definitely make something that's bad a lot worse.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean,
I've seen
that's...
worse. Now, I won't do any worse because I know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. He knows what he's doing. Okay. You did a good job on the floor, for sure.
Of course, it held up all these years.
Okay, I know I said earlier I wouldn't go up, but I'm gonna take you guys up in the loft. And you'll see the bed is not made, but you guys get the picture. This looks a mess, I know, but this is actually really comfortable. It's like this memory foam pillow topper on top of a mattress, which is like on top of this little thin box spring. We wanted to try to keep the layers as thin as possible so that folks' head isn't hitting the ceiling when I get out of bed, and also maintain comfortability up here. So yeah, so the last guest, it looks like he was sleeping that way. That's kind of cool. I didn't think of that. Maybe we should turn the bed. Do you think the mattress will fit going vertical, Mario?
I think we measured when we built this and it was off by 2.5 inches because the contractor didn't make the loft as wide as I initially said.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really fit a queen bed in the other direction without hanging off the loft, which we didn't want people to do. So no, I don't think you really can.
Hey babe, I don't want you climbing up here behind me. Get down.
I don't think there's an easy finish for it, but it's fine.
Okay, so Mario doesn't think we can do it, but
But if you're short enough to lay across that part of the bed, I guess you could. But if you're close to 6 feet-ish, your feet might hang off.
yeah,
So,
okay. Yeah,
you know.
we'll figure it out. But it's comfortable as it is right now anyway, but that little area over there is where
Mommy, let me get up there with you.
the water tank is. I don't want you to do that, so stay back.
I'm not scared.
I know, you're such a brave boy, but I don't want you to do that. Cause I'm not gonna come all the way up here anyway. So Dad, can you help him out? Yeah, so this little area right there that looks like a little crawl space is where the water tank is. What size is the water tank, Mario?
It is a 30-gallon hot water tank.
Yeah, so it's a good size for such a small space. Himalayan rock lamp, which we have those in like all of our spaces. It's just a really nice addition to help folks relax. And then we always leave like a eye mask in that little basket for folks who want to get some really dark shut eye. But the view is really nice up here, and a lot of sunlight. Yeah, and it's really quiet, but a lot of sunlight. As you can tell, the windows allow for a lot of sunlight to come through. Right here we added a curtain just since it's so close to the bed. You could just pull the shades down. Yeah, so the mini split here cools it off and provides air and heat depending on how cold or hot it is outside. And another added benefit is that we've insulated the walls, which obviously you can't see insulation behind the wall, but the tiny house is insulated really well. So when the AC's on, it stays pretty cool. When it's off, the temperature stays pretty cool. In the winter time, it's the same. So with the heat, so yeah. But up here we have an added fan just in case you don't want to run the AC since it's so close to you up here. You can just cool off that way. But yeah.
And it's yellow.
Yeah, and this is the space up here. So just wanted to show y'all. Okay, I'm coming. Just one step at a time. That's all. And Mario built such a sturdy ladder that
I mean, it's rated for 700 pounds. You can have two pretty big folks on that ladder at the same time, and it is not gonna fall apart. Or I build stuff that lasts.
Okay. You know Mario he gotta pump up his abilities, which is cool because he's right. I mean, he did a really good job on the ladder, so I am pleased. And I'm not a small person, so getting up and down is pretty fun. All right, what are we doing?
I'm just being a perfectionist, making sure that all this is covered before I smooth it out. You just gotta press in. If you feel a crack, you want to force your finger into that crack to make, see how that compound just went in like that? Mm-hmm. All the little rough stuff on the edge can be smoothed out with just a wet paper towel or rag,
like
but that's the important part. Yeah.
And where you gonna sand it to?
Well, you don't have to sand this. The version of sanding it is smoothing it with like a wet paper towel.
So with DAP, you don't have to sand?
Nah, you don't have to sand that. It's paintable as soon as it's dry. And you know it's dry when you touch it and it's not tacky. So it's still a little bit tacky right now. I'll give it probably about, I think the bottle says maybe 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so Mario's done painting the area that needed the paint. The previous crack that he had to caulk over. And actually, he didn't sand it down. He just, with the DAP, it's easier with like a wet rag or a paper towel to just kind of smooth it in. So you don't really have to do much with that. But yeah, he's painted it and it looks back like what it did before. So that's nice. And then he's already put the refrigerator back, but he's fixed that crack as well. And then here, the scuff mark that was here before, it is like new. So yeah, so the cleaners are coming. Still haven't gotten here yet, but she just texted me that she's on the way. And so we'll let you guys see like the final, I guess, reveal, if you will, in terms of it actually being clean and tidy. But for the most part, you guys have seen the layout and how everything looks. But yeah, we're done. We're done with the wear and tear repairs, which were very minor. Just some scuffs. You see here these little pieces of tape. Mario has to pull those up and put new pieces down so that the rug here doesn't really move. And then the same here, we have a few pieces that are old that need to come up so that, again, as you can see, I'm considering swapping this out for a rug that's a little bit heavier. I love the burlap look, but it's just shifting a little too much for me. So for the sake of time, we're just gonna put new tape down. But other than that, like I said, like, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. That took us about how long?
About an hour.
About an hour to do?
Prep time and actual doing it took about an hour.
Yeah, so.
But it's a necessary part of turning over space between tenants for guests, because nobody wants to come into a space that has like scuff marks and gouges in the wall. So for us, we try to have the space set up as though we were going to stay in it. And if I were to come in here, I'd be satisfied with that. But if it were crazy looking.
Yeah. So it's just a natural part of doing this. So yeah, so we'll let you guys see how everything turns out once everything's clean. But our part is done. How are you? I'm recording. I hope you guys don't mind.
That's fine.
I wanted to. What's your name? I know I've seen you. Maidani? Okay, I should know that. I wanted to let you guys know that. Oh, so you got that? Great. Cause he threw food up. Oh, hey, how are you? Hola. He threw food up against here, so it was really gross. But oh, okay. So I was gonna ask if you guys had barkeeper's friend.
It looks pretty disgusting.
I don't know what he did. So I was wondering, because I have some, so I was like, they're probably gonna need barkeeper's friend. So that's it. I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw the filthy sink, because I'm hoping it comes out. If it doesn't, let me know, because I can go to the store and get something else. I don't know if you guys have other products, but this is pretty bad. Do you think it'll come out?
Probably. We let it sit for a while.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's just dirt. Okay, he's just nasty person.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted.
Okay.
But thank y'all. And are we good on linens and stuff? Do I need to bring any more, or
No, we're fine.
you're
We're
good?
Yeah.
So you guys may not need to come back to clean for a few weeks,
Okay.
but Maria will let you know.
Okay.
These people check out on
I think tomorrow.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, okay. You got it. All right, thank you. And do you guys know where the covers are for these two pillows?
Actually,
You remember it was like a blue and pink,
blue
and
and pink. Let me ask them.
because this
Los cubredores de ahí, ¿qué color era? Como azul y rosita, ¿no los han visto? No los he mirado.
you haven't seen, I'll buy more. I'll get more.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So we're about to head out to grab some lunch. The cleaners are cleaning, but they should be wrapping up any minute now, and we'll be back. But join us along the ride.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, go on. You gotta wait.
So Tarka is ready after hours, or after mine. Stuff is ready. You getting anything else? So where we're headed right now, we're picking up my food from one of my favorite Korean restaurants.
Where's my food?
Your food's at Tarka. It's called Chosungabi, and I love their solongtong, which is like a oxtail soup. At least that's how they make it here, and it's really good, really brothy. I'm just like not really wanting anything too heavy today, so that's always something that I go to when like I don't want like any like heavy food. It's just really hot out, and it just makes you not want to eat hot food or heavy food, or because the soup is hot but it's not heavy. So yeah, and then Kohan wants Indian. You want Indian, bub?
No, I want chicken sauce.
Yeah, that's chicken tikka masala. That's Indian.
Why would say that?
Yeah, that's what the dish is called. Yes. So yeah, that's where we're headed to right now.
Thanks.
Mario ate
I say
a chicken stir fry that I made last night that only he wanted today. Kohan, you didn't like the chicken stir fry mommy made?
Yeah,
Well, why you didn't want to eat it?
because I was too busy. Okay.
At least you told the truth.
Oh,
Is that like your favorite, man?
Well,
The chicken stir fry?
no.
What is your favorite?
Jerk chicken and rice and beans.
what?
So do you like it when I make it or when you eat it? Like out?
I like when you make it. It's really good. This is bone chicken.
There are some people that make it with bones, but the restaurants,
Not the restaurant.
the restaurants here don't make it with bones. Probably because it can be on the, like if you don't cook it right, it can be on the dry side.
They don't make it spicy though. Not here.
Oh, okay. You mean like the restaurants here?
Yeah, I want them like actually jerk, not that bland jerk.
Spicy. It's a really nice day out. As far like if you're in the AC, it's a beautiful day. But as soon as you step outside, it feels like you're in the oven. It's what, 108?
Yep.
The sun are, mommy.
Yeah.
The sun is our oven.
The sun feels like an oven.
Yeah, it's our oven.
Yeah, it is. It's God's oven, I guess.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
The sun is not God. The air is God.
All of it is God. The sun and the air.
The sun
Do you
and
think-
the air both?
Yeah. Do you think that it's hot outside?
Yeah, 100 degrees.
It's 108.
Lord mercy.
Did you say Lord have mercy?
No, I said log news.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Why say that?
Yeah, it is hot, Kohan. Yeah, we haven't seen. But in Athens,
Wasn't that bad. It was in the 70s.
oh yeah, it was nice.
70s, low 80s.
It was really nice. I think everyone's getting this heat wave. Like, everybody's affected by it. Someone left a comment on one of our videos that said that it was over 100 degrees in Portland.
102, I think he said.
102?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably out of their mind in that kind of heat. For us, that would actually feel like it's a little bit cool.
Yeah.
So, oh, just 102? Not bad.
Alright, so we're pulling into Chosun Galbi right now to pick up my food.
Alright, so we're outside of Chosun Galbi. It's my wife's favorite Korean place here in Austin. So we're gonna go in and pick up her food.
Cleaners have left, and so now everything smells a whole lot better. Everything's clean. I love how they make little decorations out of the linens, but yeah, everything's clean now. Smells a hell of a lot better than before. Looks better than before. Everything's clean. Shower curtain is really wrinkled. I should toss that in the dryer or something. Yeah, but other than that, everything looks really good. Do you want to take them upstairs, up the ladder? We typically have dryer balls. Where are the dryer balls?
They're in the back.
Yeah, they were here. Oh, okay. So we have these eco-friendly dryer balls so that the guests can toss those in. They're made from New Zealand wool, and they're just really nice to have. And I don't know if we mentioned it before, but we have like an eco-friendly focus on all of our properties. We don't use like harsh chemicals for the cleaning. Even like the dryer balls, versus, dryer sheets, things like that. Just like a really low footprint, eco-friendly space. The linens, like I mentioned, the things that we clean with. We typically have a Berkey. It's being repaired right now, but we have a Berkey that goes in here. We actually have one in our own home that we use, and then we have one in our other property as well, but just so that folks can have clean filtered water. So we love our Berkey. Also, we have the molecule here in the space for clean fresh air, which should be plugged up, so we'll be sure to do that.
The cleaners unplug when they clean so it doesn't rev up and try to clean the air.
Okay, I see. So yeah, so everything's clean. I don't know if you guys saw the sink before, but it was disgusting, but They did a really good job getting all the ground and stuff out. And Mario's gonna take you upstairs.
All right, up we go.
So yeah, we just went to pick up my lunch, and I think Mario took you on a very brief tour to Joseon Gabi. So if you are in the Austin area, be sure to stop by. Love supporting small businesses, and they're really, really friendly. But this is the solongtong that I always get, and like I mentioned, it's like a beef or oxtail soup, and it always comes with like salt. Can't talk. It always comes with like salt. That you kind of put in. I actually like to add soy sauce to mine, so, and I'm like stealing from the stash of the tiny house, but I just love soy sauce in mine, so that's what I'm gonna add. But yeah, and it always comes with like these little, well, I'm not sure about other restaurants, but for Joseon Gabi, they always add these little toppings. So it's like broccoli, kimchi, bean sprouts, and like this cabbage salad. Or if anyone knows exactly what this is called, please comment below, because I love to eat it, and I'm not really sure exactly the name, like the Korean name for it. So drop me a line, let me know what it's called, but it is delicious. But yeah, so yeah, thank y'all for joining us today on this tour of the tiny house, seeing how we turn things over after a guest leaves, just walking, through everything and joining us on a step-by-step process of essentially what a day is like when a guest leaves and we're preparing for another one in the tiny house. And so we're really proud of the space. We put a lot of hard work, sweat into creating this space, and so we want to share it with others, and this is kind of the way that we've gone about doing it. Yes, I'm about to get into this food. Mario, is there anything else you want to say? Bye. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment on anything else pertaining to the tiny house or anything that we've shared with you guys. Be sure to leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.
I lied, there's one more thing. All right, so you see this here?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
This wooden beam is actually 140 years old. It comes from a barn in Warsaw, Indiana, I believe. And if you look here, this is really aged. Like, this is old. You see the little nail grooves in here as well.
Mario's really proud of that.
I am. This is refurbished wood. It doesn't have a finish on it at all. As you can see up top, it looks really scarred and decorative. And so we essentially had a guy plane this down for us, and we made it the exact length that we needed for our backsplash, and we installed it. And I put these brackets on it to hold all this stuff up, but I thought it added a really nice rustic touch to the tiny home. As you can see with this as well, I repurposed this.
Yeah, that was a chopper block that we were utilizing in our studio.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we just repurposed it for here.
Yep. And I built this ladder by hand too, in case some of you wonder. All right, now we're done.
Thank you, bye.